Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really quite awesome. The other day I uploaded a video about a laser-based security system in Minecraft, and a lot of you really enjoyed it, but one of the main complaints was that it wasn't expandable. It was stuck in that 2x2 door format, and that didn't work for some of you. So I headed back to the drawing board, got my redstone hat on, came up with a few new designs, and this was by far the best one. It is expandable, it is compact, and it works absolutely wonderfully, so let's take a closer look. Now I'm sure most of you have a rough idea of how all of this is going to work. It's exactly like the James Bond movies, where he walks through one of the lasers, triggers it, and something bad happens. This time, we get ourselves a very, very annoying alarm system. Now of course you can hook this system up to absolutely anything you want to. You can be as evil or as friendly as you would like. For example, you could hook it up to TNT, maybe even some potions, or maybe even a wither spawner, if you don't mind your entire base being destroyed by a roaming wither. Up to you, I suppose. Of course, this entire mechanism would be completely pointless if there was no way to shut it off, because then even the person that built it wouldn't be able to get past the security system, which wouldn't be particularly good. Thankfully, I've thought ahead on that one, and as you can see, there is a lever down here. If you give it a flick, all the lasers turn off immediately, and it stops detecting any players. But when we want to reactivate it, all we have to do is flick this lever down here, the lasers return, it will begin detecting players, which I suppose is bad news for my ears. In terms of the redstone behind this thing, as I mentioned earlier on, this is a compact and expandable redstone circuit. Now in terms of mechanics, it's actually relatively simple. We're using a floor-bud system with string across the floor, a bunch of sticky pistons facing downwards, and redstone torches powering all of those pistons. But as you can see, the pistons aren't actually extended, and that is because they are waiting for an update from the string. When they do get an update, they will extend, then these redstone torches will actually turn off, meaning that the pistons will retract, then these regular pistons will extend as these redstone torches turn back on, meaning that these pistons should extend, but they can't because the pistons are in the way. By the time these pistons retract, these sticky pistons here will have forgotten the fact that they're meant to be extended, and they will be stuck in this state. It's a little bit of an odd game mechanic, but it works absolutely brilliantly, and it allows us to build awesome systems like this one that you can see here. Now as always, if you do want to take a closer look at the redstone behind this thing, perhaps poke around at the Redstone Circuitry, there is a world download down in the description for anyone that wants to check that out. But anyway, now it's time to take a look at how to build this thing. So to get things started, I have got a little bit of explaining to do. This 2-wide circuit here controls all of the timings and it's absolutely essential, but it doesn't include any of the lasers. From this point forth, this is all exactly the same all the way across. This is where you can expand it up to 14 blocks in length, and this is where all of your lasers are going to be starting from. So anyway, let's begin by placing down our beacon. Then you want to place a sticky piston facing across like this with a block on its face. Then a regular piston facing across here, that is going to be blocking off your pistons. Then you want to place 2 blocks up like this, a sticky piston facing downwards with some stained glass on its face. That is going to dictate the color of your beacon beam. Then on top of that sticky piston, you want to place a piece of string that is going to be detecting the block updates. And finally, what you want to do is you want to repeat that all the way across your entire line of lasers. I should say for this example, I'm going to be doing a 2-wide laser security system. But anyway, moving on to do some of the redstone circuitry now, you want to head inside your 2-wide area. You want to place a regular piston facing across here, a sticky piston facing downwards, and then a cauldron on its face with water on the inside of that one. Then you want to place a couple blocks out like this, a comparator facing outwards with a repeater running out into some redstone dust. Off to the right hand side, like I say, this is expandable outwards. You want to just place blocks across like this with redstone running all the way across there, and then repeaters running all the way across as well, with blocks up like this and redstone torches on top of all of those with blocks next to all of these pistons. You should see that they will extend. Now you want to place a couple blocks along like this, a block up like that with another redstone torch there, redstone dust on top of all of these with a repeater running into that block and a block on top of that torch. But as you can see, that forms a redstone clock, so for the minute I would suggest removing that one. Now coming out of this block right here, you want to place a repeater set to 3 ticks. That is going to be running into a monostable circuit, which is a sticky piston facing upwards with a block on top. And you want to place a block here, block up like this, and then blocks running all the way across like that and all the way across like that with redstone dust running across those with repeaters running into those pistons. And as I say, because they're above these blocks, it's expandable right the way across. Finally, you want to head down to the bottom, place some blocks like this, expandable right the way across with redstone dust on top of all of those right the way across. And then on the sides of all of these blocks, you want to place redstone torches on the bottom. That should mean that these pistons will extend, and then our beacon beams can pass through, and we've got ourselves some red lasers. Final bits to do now. First off, you want to place a repeater running straight into the regular piston that interacts with the cauldron, and that will finish up that circuit. Now we can place in all of the blocks around all of the pistons. You want to go right the way across like this. Obviously these should be on your floor level, so right the way across like that, and place the final block on top of that redstone torch, and we should see that it doesn't actually form a clock, and that is because our system is now up and running. Now, if you want to turn off the system, all you have to do is power both this redstone circuit and this redstone circuit at the same time. So I'm going to do that by placing a lever, giving it a flick, and as you can see, our lasers have turned off. If we turn it on again, the lasers return, and the whole system is back to being active. Now, in terms of where to take a redstone output from, this is your entire choice. Any redstone on this blue line here is perfectly good for taking an output from, so you've got plenty to choose from, and you can run that into absolutely anything, be it TNT, falling player traps, lava. You guys get creative with that one, because I know you're good at that sort of stuff. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.